with win number 3 in 2007.
Pick. 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. 3 and 4, make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship.
Welcome to a condensed version of the Slide Job podcast. I'm your host, Colton Smith, here joined by producer Josh Northcutt and co-host Ben Miller. Fellas, I said condensed because we're going to briefly talk about Daniel Suarez and his whole situation, and then we will go into our Fast Five to make sure this gets out at a reasonable time. So Daniel Suarez has been announced that he will not be returning to Trackhouse next season. It's been in the rumors. Trackhouse posted it on April Fool's and deleted it. It ended up being true. And they maybe we just already had that graphic ready for when Daniel Suarez eventually got cut. I think there's no secret who the replacement will be. It'll be Connor Zilisch. As for Suarez, there hasn't really been much talk, real talk about where he'll be. Chinnery has been banging the door for him to go to JRM. I am on that side as well. But Ben, what do you think about this whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely no surprise to see Daniel Suarez not returning to Trackhouse Racing in 2026. I mean, just looking at the past few years, it just has not gone so well for that 99 team. I mean, he's not really running up front like for example, Chastain, not winning races like Chastain and SVG. So, it's definitely not surprising to see him not return to Trackhouse Racing next year. And I would like to see him at JRM for sure, because I feel like he can do some good things in Xfinity for sure. I mean, he proved it in Mexico City. So, that's where I stand.
Josh?
Yeah, I think this is the least surprising transaction in NASCAR over, I don't know, the last decade, maybe. Like, it was pretty obvious what was going to happen. We've literally been talking about this since week one, specifically after Connor had a pretty impressive race. I forget which one that was. We were like, well,
Coda.
Was it Coda?
Yeah.
Writing was on the wall.
When, if not for Daniel Suarez, Zilisch would have probably gotten a top 10, top 5.
Yeah. So that was pretty obvious. And it's kind of understandable because as much as I like Suarez, everybody likes Suarez. He's a fun driver. He's mi amigo. He's 30th in points.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, SVG did what he was brought on to do. He won the last city race. He's favored to run away with the race this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And Ross Chastain has been able to find himself into victory lane.
Yeah.
Suarez has 1 top 5 and only 3 top 10s on this season. I don't think their cars can be that far off. Do I think Suarez is JRM bound, though? I don't. I think somebody's going to give him another ride somewhere, whether it's front row, whether it's Spire. I think he stays in the Cup Series. I think NASCAR is going to want him in the Cup Series, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I could see the swap for Noah Gragson, another guy who's completely underperforming in that 4 car. And I hope so. I am of the opinion that Suarez has never really gotten a fair shot in the Cup Series. He finally got it with Trackhouse. And what did he do? He impressed. Ross Chastain gets the 1 car, and he starts getting that kind of second treatment. And now Trackhouse has gotten to a point where they are expanding too fast. You see it in Ross Chastain. He could be a lot better driver if he had consistent speed. But I mean, Suarez is literally having to start outside the top 30 every single race. And so, no, he's not as aggressive. He's not as good as Ross Chastain to get up to the front. But I still think that if you give him a 15th place start, something like that. There's also been times where I saw Daniel Suarez running top 10, top 15, and he had problems befall him. So while I get it, that's that's just moral victories. That doesn't really mean anything. I still think it's unfair to Daniel Suarez because yes, Ross Chastain is outperforming him. Yes, SVG has a win, but I still think Daniel Suarez is the second best driver on this team when it comes to all around talent. And I mean, like obviously SVG is better at the road courses, but I still think Suarez is outperforming him at the ovals. If he had a better car, he would probably be better. He's just not a guy. He's not a riser. He's not a guy that's going to be Ross Chastain and find a way to finish top 10. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing on Suarez. There's drivers like that around the garage. So, yeah, I think Suarez. I would like to see him try out a front row or Spire. That'd be a good organization for him. I would also like him to just remind everybody how good of a driver he is, the Xfinity champion that he is, and go down and win an Xfinity championship. I'm very confident that if he goes down there, I mean, obviously it's all he has to do is have one mistake and he's out because of our playoff system. But so long as he doesn't have that, I think he wins a championship in the 88. And that would honestly be a beautiful thing to see.
Could I talk you into, and I know you talk about you wanting him a headline job, kind of more front line, better car, but could I talk you into him taking over the third car for 2311?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know
Yeah.
where 2311 is going because it's definitely down right now. So, I mean, it's kind of just you just be walking into the same situation, except you do have two more talented drivers in Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick above you. But yeah, it off the track stuff aside, I would love him to drive the 35. I think it'd be a great fit. I think Denny maybe could bring something out in Suarez. I don't know. Just spitballing there, but yeah, I at the end of the day, I've always felt Daniel Suarez was never given a fair shot. Even when he came into the Cup Series, Carl Edwards dropped out right before the season. He was fully supposed to do another year in the Xfinity Series, so he was completely thrust into that job a year early, and then additionally, maybe even years early, because I'm not sure Joe Gibbs expected Carl to leave when he left. I'm not sure who he expected Suarez to go up for. So, anywho, so he got thrust into that job 3 years in. I thought he did okay. He was kind of like, I wouldn't say not Alex Bowman, but he was the fourth driver on a team with Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Busch. Like, obviously, he's not going to be better than those guys. Eric Jones came and gave similar results, looked a little better, but then he went to Stuart Haas, in which he was on a team with Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, and Eric Almirola. Not quite as stacked of a group, but still, he's still trying to learn. And I don't know, did he even get a second year at Stuart Haas? Was it just 1 year at Stuart Haas, or
I believe he was. I believe he was one and done at Stewart Haas Racing. I believe 2019. Yeah.
And then he gets the boot for Cole Custer in the 41.
Yes.
Which turned out to be an outstanding choice for Stewart Haas Racing. So I don't know. I just wanted to get the narrative out that Daniel Suarez, I think, is a much better driver than people give him credit for if he would just get a fair chance. He did get it with Trackhouse. I'll give you guys that. But I do think these last couple years haven't really been a fair chance because, especially this year, I mean, it's been very vocal in the Trackhouse group that their qualifying speed is terrible. And qualifying is huge. Yes, the best drivers are able to start in the back and work their way up in the field. But when you look at this car, that's even harder to do. We all were giving Ryan Blaney the praise because he was really the only one that could do it to start the year. And so why should I expect Daniel Suarez in a car that is probably the fifth or sixth best team in the garage to be able to consistently find his way in the top 15 to top 10 when there's already fast cars up there? I don't get that. But maybe I'm just moving the goalpost for him. But did not expect the Daniel Suarez conversation to go 9 minutes, but I found that rant out of nowhere. So, Josh, Ben, any last thoughts on this topic?
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, it's not surprising to see Daniel Suarez not going to Trackhouse in 2026. Excuse me. But in a way, I am a little bit confused of the timing of it because when you look at our next two races, we got Chicago and Sonoma. Like we know he's a good road racer. I mean, he shows flashes on the road courses. Like I was kind of thinking, like, how would he do in this summer stretch of races, and then they should make the announcement because um, yeah, I was a little bit confused by that. Like, why would you make it right now when we got a summer stretch of races, which includes some road courses? So, yeah, that's a little bit confusing to me.
I want to say that maybe the slip up on air was it by Junior Colton in qualifying that Bull brought up about Zillage taking over is probably what caused this to happen a lot sooner because that was only a week ago. And then they're like, okay, well, it already got slipped up by arguably the most popular driver in the last 25 years.
Not arguably.
Yeah.
If Dale Jr. ran in NASCAR, he'd still be the most popular driver. So,
but you know, at the end of the day, if he doesn't land a Cup ride in 2026, though, I feel like he can be a great, valuable addition to the Xfinity Series, like JRM, or I don't know if I'm talking crazy, but maybe JGR. I mean, he had a lot of success with Joe Gibbs Racing when he was down in Xfinity, won a championship. So it'll be interesting to see if Toyota and TRD can welcome him back because I'm sure. Did Josh leave? But
yeah, Josh had some issues there, but yeah, no, I agree. Of course, he sits here throughout the conversation that, like, obviously we want to hear what he has to say, but I was about to move to Fast Five. There he is.
Yeah.
And we get about to go to the Fast Five, and Josh backs out. But here, welcome back.
I thought you kicked me out after last week. That's all.
Yeah, sure.
Let's talk about it. I'm just saying.
Maybe we should just not do this. Yeah, Fast Five last week happened. Me and Ben scored 15 points, 30 points combined between me and Mr. Miller. Meanwhile, Joshua Northcutt scored 98 points. And after 15 weeks of Ben domination, Josh is now your leader by 29 points going in to a road course. So, yeah, there's that. I'm sure I've thrown up the leaderboard by now. So let's go ahead and get into it.
All I have to say is I tried to give you a free 25 points.
You did throw me a lifeline. 30 points. That's what it is for a win. Picking the winner correctly. Let's just move on. I get first pick because I'm lower in points and me and Ben tied. So then Ben will get the second choice and then Josh. Believe that's been the procedure in the past, but I don't know if we ever had a tie, so maybe not. But I feel like that's a fair procedure. Maybe it's because I get the first pick, but yeah. So anyways, I get rewarded for second.
Ben,
I'm going to go first.
Three. Hold on, Colton. I'm sorry.
First overall.
Yeah, I was asking Ben, does he want 2 or 3?
You know what? I'll take 3.
Damn it. Okay.
And I'm not going to make the same mistake I made a road course ago. SVG, I'm going to pick him. He's not going to win. He might lead some laps and win a stage because I picked him, but at least I'm not going to go a third road course without picking SVG. And maybe he'll give me some hope for some points. So SVG with number 1 overall pick, not making that mistake again. So Josh, you got the second pick.
I'm debating 2 guys here, and I'm trying to see their stats when it comes to Chicago, even though you can throw that completely out the wall. I'm going to go with the gut feel, and I'm going to go with the sexiest car on the track this weekend. Go ahead and give me Tyler Reddick.
All right. My first pick this week, guys. I'm going with the 9 car of Chase Elliott. Arguably been the hottest driver the last few weeks, showing that consistency. And I mean, when you go back to Mexico City, he finished third, finished fifth at Pocono. Obviously, he got the win last week in the ATL. And I feel like he's going to keep the momentum going this weekend in the Windy City. So I'm taking the 9 car of Chase Elliott. And just looking through this list right here. My second pick this week, give me the 20 car of Christopher Bell. I mean, he's been one of the best road racers this year. Obviously, with that win in Coda, finished runner-up to SVG in Mexico City. So, yeah, I feel like this is going to be a good opportunity for the 20 team to try to get that flow back a little bit. And, yeah, I can definitely see him being a factor this weekend in the Windy City. So, yeah, those are my first 2 picks this week.
Ben, you scared the living hell out of me because I thought you were going to take him. I called my shot weeks ago when he should have won Mexico, and I'm going to stick with it now. Give me Ty Gibbs.
There we go.
I was going to take that guy, but I guess I'll go ahead and take Michael McDowell. Yeah, give me Michael McDowell. He's finished top 10 here both times, or he's at least got average finish. Yeah, top 10 both times. And he's a guy who also was one of the few Cup drivers that had experience on street courses before. So I think he's got that experience. He's going to bring that in. He's always liked how this car is raced on the road courses. So Michael McDowell will be my first pick. And my second pick is going to be the winner last year, Alex Bowman. I'm sorry, Chenry, but he won the race last year. He's been looking better these last couple of weeks. Road courses have been it was originally one of his weaknesses. He's turned it into one of his strengths. So shout out to him.
I can't believe this guy fell to me. He's the best road course driver in the Cup Series. I know he hasn't been great at Chicago, but he's been the most consistent driver without a win. Give me Chris Buescher.
All right. My pick this week, let's take a look at these odds. I think I'm going to go with give me the 8 car of Kyle Busch. I mean, obviously, rough year. Comes in 21st in the standings with only 8 races remaining in the regular season. And Chicago Street's been a good track for him. Got 2 top 10s, but I'm kind of hoping that 8 car will finally flip the page and try to gain some stage points. And who knows, maybe he can flirt with the win because he desperately needs one as we head into the end of the regular season. So, yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that 8 car this week. And I believe I get another one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Just going through this list. I think I'm going to take give me the 24 William Byron. I mean, obviously it's been a rough stretch for the 24th group, finishing 27th in 3 of the last 4 races. Hasn't been showing the flashes like we're used to seeing, though, but I'm not going to panic, though. I guarantee that that 24 group, they're going to get it going again this weekend in Mexico, or not Mexico City, Chicago. So, yeah, I think I got faith that the 24 group, they're going to put the bad luck behind them, and they're going to flip the page forward and get back to being themselves. So, yeah, 24 car William Byron.
Who was the one you picked before that? Sorry.
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch. Gotcha. All right. Josh.
This is how I've gotten back up to first place. I've just taken the most talented drivers. I'll take the most talented driver in the Cup Series. Give me Kyle Larson.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not an incorrect statement. All right. I am not going to go with the more talented drivers, though. I will go with the guy that I know has some talent at road courses and has looked on the up this year. Give me Austin Cindric. And then didn't really think this one through, so let's just think about it like on the air. Most of these guys are taken. Kind of like. I'm just reaching here. Oh, AJ Allmendinger. Yeah, I'll take him. This hasn't been the best track for him, to be fair, But road course, AJ Allmendinger, 5th round, absolutely, I'll take a shot there. So hopefully he turns it around. I'm not sure what really befell him the first 2 times, but his best finish here is 17th. We know he's got the skill. He's just he's got a couple races under his belt. Perhaps he will, get a good finish. I'll take that.
All right. I was really hoping Cindric was going to fall back to me, Colton. I won't lie. If I would have got him, that would have been a nice little five-teamer.
Mm-hmm. And now
this 5th pick is always the toughest because I'm just kind of looking, and there's one driver who stands out, and it's obviously Justin Haley. But I can't trust it. Not that I've seen this year and everything else.
I have not seen a single thing from Justin Haley this year.
Which is crazy, right? Like, he has so much hype coming into the year.
Yeah, it is.
To fall completely that flat.
I mean, he was going to be the guy that was going to replace Bowman. That was supposedly a done deal, like to start the year, and now people are scrambling for their next replacement of Bowman.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and just throw a flyer out there. He's kind of a road course guy. Has a best finish of 7th. Low finish of 19th here in Chicago. Give me Todd Gilliam.
Okay. All right.
Like that.
And I like that pick a lot. All right, my 5th and final pick this week, gentlemen. Just looking at these odds here real quick.
What is Gillen this year? Is he the 34 or 38?
34.
34.
Okay, he switched to 34, right?
Yeah.
I wrote down 38. I was like, wait. He's not 38.
All right. My 5th and final pick this week, guys. You know what? I'm going to be different with this one. Give me the 13 of Will Brown.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Will Brown, obviously making his 2nd Cup Series start this weekend. Just like SVG, he has a
first Cup start?
I'm sorry?
Sorry, I'm just making fun of this guy because I haven't heard of him. He's going to win the race, so you're welcome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe he might pull an SVG like he did 2 years ago. But, just going back to Brown, he obviously making his 2nd Cup Series start this weekend, has a Australian Supercar Series background just like SVG. So, I feel like it'll be interesting to see how he'll take his skills from Australia onto the Chicago street race. So, obviously, he's got a lot of experience with street races, just like SVG, and he's the defending Australian Supercar champion. So, I feel like, in a way, Will Brown, we're going to see some flashes from him this weekend, and who knows, he might be running up front, might be flirting in the top 10, and I can definitely see him in that 13 running up front. So, I got Will Brown.
So my winner pick.
Hold on. Sorry to cut you off, Colton. I do want to be kind to Ben. Ben, pick another driver because he has to qualify today. Correct? They're qualifying today, and he's not guaranteed a spot. He's in one of the open cars that's the 3rd Colleague car. So if you want to get a backup car, I'm willing to give you one as long as Colton is as well.
Mm-hmm.
Only fair. Fine. So if you want one more driver, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the reminder on that. I totally forgot. Let's see.
Because I was looking at him, but that was a little bit worrisome for me. And with me being in first place, I knew Colton wasn't going to be that nice to me.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
If I would have took him, you wouldn't have gave me that extra. You would have been like, "No, you're in first place." You.
No, I wouldn't have. Liar.
All right. Just in case if Will Brown does not qualify for this weekend's race, guys, I'm gonna have a little fun with this one. I'll take the 41 of Cole Custer.
You bastard. I swear to God, Ben, you're playing with fire. I swear, we're just gonna leave it at that. I saw Bull threaten you, and I'm sending the same threat. I don't care that it's on YouTube now.
Yeah,
Ben's gonna come up missing 1 week, and everybody's gonna be concerned.
As they should be. So for my winner pick, I'm actually going to go with Will Brown. I made too much fun of him. I didn't realize he was Australian Supercar champion coming into a street course where it's going to rain. Yeah, give me Will Brown, and I won't even take the flyer of a backup. So
All right.
wait, do I get that as a winner? No, there's no way.
I'll give you one. Go ahead. We already know you.
SVG.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's
all right. Second pick, Josh. Who you got winning?
Yeah, I've called it weeks ago. Ty Gibbs is finding a way into victory lane. I truly believe that he had the car to beat in Mexico City. He was SVG's only real threat, and that team needs a win to find a way into the playoffs. They're not going to point in. This is one of their best chances to do so, along with the other two road courses, as Ty's pretty good at road courses. But I think they get it done this weekend, so give me Ty Gibbs. Ben's pick is SVG.
I'm not gonna lie. I was going back and forth. I mean, a lot of
No, you weren't. No, you
a lot of
weren't.
drivers.
No, you weren't. Don't lie to the people.
You know what? Screw it. Yes, I'm taking SVG.
No crap. Don't act like that just happened. You called this months ago. In the beginning of the year, you said this guy was going to win 3 or 4 road courses.
Three.
Was it 3 you called?
Yeah.
So in order to get the 3, he's got to win this week.
I mean, yeah, true.
With rain in the forecast, don't get me wrong, he is the guy to beat. It won't surprise me if he goes out there and redoes Mexico City and he wins by 15, 20 seconds. It wouldn't. He's so much better than everybody else at these kind of tracks. It benefits him. And as much as the dislike is from me and Bull, because I'll agree, SVG is probably my least favorite driver. I'm not gonna.
Which is crazy because he's like a perfectly nice guy that you guys just dislike because he's good at road courses. That's so stupid.
I dislike him because of Ben. I dislike him.
Oh, really?
That's
still so stupid. He's just like a perfectly fine dude.
He also stole 30 points from me because he somehow pulled some bullshit luck. All right.
Womp.
I want all my points. I want all my points.
All right. Yeah, no. The SPG hate is crazy because, like, I get it. It's stupid that he's in the playoffs, but that's not his fault. That's NASCAR's fault.
It's a system.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a system. And if Ben just didn't ride it so much, I wouldn't hate him as much.
Yeah, this is fair. This is fair. But, I mean, saying he's your least favorite driver when Joey Logano exists is, like, just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Anyways. Thank you all for watching or listening. Be sure to leave a like or hit that subscribe.
I want to cut you off real fast, Colton. I want to cut you off, and I want to take over. I'm sorry, Colton. I have to do this one time because I did. It's not. I promise you. It's just a very quick. It's a very quick thing. You talked about how good RFK has gotten. Have you actually looked into the numbers? Busher is the second best driver over the last 6 weeks. Brad is the 5th best driver, and Priest is the 7th best driver. It is impressive the turnaround that they have had. And I have to give them credit because I can't have a show with me on it without mentioning the name Ryan Priest at least once. Now Colton do the whole spiel.
Peace out.